Yo, what's up, guys? ButteredBagels here. I just want to quickly cover this Politico article asserting that Trudeau might just pick our current Foreign Affairs Minister, Melanie Joly, to be the leader of the Liberal Party here in Canada. So let's quickly skim through and see if we can figure out what their reasoning is. So at the beginning, just a quick bio, just talking about her political resume. But the interesting parts comes with Liberal insider comments they got. So Liberal insiders insisted it's not the time for leadership plans, and yet several people who have worked closely with Joly don't deny the job is among her ultimate ambitions. Joly said one senior advisor, who was granted anonymity to speak freely about a sensitive topic, is a true Justin Trudeau team player, suggesting she has every intention of waiting for her boss to decide on his future. So basically what this means, it means that everyone thinks she has plans to take the leadership role, although she won't verbalize it, and she might actually deny it right now just because it's risky, because it could undercut the current Liberal leader if she starts sort of campaigning now. Now, do I think that she is a leader? Absolutely, said the insider who has been close to Joly for almost a decade. She has a lot of the qualities that we'd be looking for. So yeah, I would have to agree. I do think she's pretty qualified for the job. Like right here it says, she's an Oxford educated lawyer and a seasoned political organizer. Joly is also a woman, a francophone, and has a high profile in Quebec, a province that has been key to the party's electoral success. So definitely the ties to Quebec are incredibly important for the Liberal Party if they want to see any sort of success. That's one of the reasons why I think Trudeau was so popular. It's because, of course, he is from Quebec. In 2013, she established her own political party and emerged as a rising star during the mayoral election in Montreal, Canada's second biggest city. So this is 2013, so this is sort of predating Justin Trudeau's rise. In 2015, she won a Montreal riding as Trudeau first swept into power. So then she got into federal politics around the same time Trudeau was rising as prime minister. And let's see, here's a quote. "My goal is to represent in the best way possible Canada around the world," she said. "But meanwhile, trying to do through that my in vitro fertilization cycles, I'm now in my 9th cycle." So of course, this is one strike against her. It will be challenging for her to be starting a family at the same time she's campaigning for the most important job in Canada, but it is by no way something that will disqualify her. There's plenty of successful federal politicians who are juggling a family at the same time. So let's go down a bit. So here they're talking about a controversy happened in 2018. I'll quickly read this so you could catch up. In 2018, Trudeau handed Joly a significant demotion from the senior heritage portfolio. The downgrade followed major controversies over how she handled and communicated the government's cultural policies, particularly in her home province of Quebec. Joly describes her time at Heritage as intense and sometimes difficult. She insists she learned from it, including what she says is the importance of getting out of the Ottawa bubble to connect with people on the ground. And she is also that is a big check mark for her, is just how personable she is and how charismatic she is on the ground. She could play the political game, but she's also what they would call a retail politician, in that her interactions with people are super successful in general. Let's quickly read a little more over here. Another former senior advisor said Joly is the best retail politician they have ever seen, even better than Trudeau. She can work a room of 7 people as well as she can work a room of 700. So yeah, I think she's definitely fit for the job. Here's some of what happened with her as foreign minister. Of course, she was foreign minister during the 4 years of Trump in the United States, so I think that is a challenge in itself, and for her to come out on top kinda speaks to how good she is at foreign relations. And then of course it's a little easier with Biden down there now. But here they're talking about Russia real quickly here. Her jump to foreign minister came in a period of rising global fears that Russian President Vladimir Putin's war machine was about to invade Ukraine. Trudeau, Joly, Freeland, and Anand would become the key faces of Canada's response to the war, imposing sanctions, providing financial support, and shipping military equipment to Ukraine. Under her watch, Canada has been criticized, including by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, for its decision to return refurbished natural gas turbines used in the Russian Gazprom pipeline. Of course, there's a bit of a controversy there, but what are you going to do? Then here's a bit of her, how she treated China as foreign minister. So, here. On the other side of the world, Jolie has tried to walk a fine line with Beijing, especially as the United States has been going hard at China. Jolie wants to rebuild ties with Beijing after relations hit rock bottom. At the same time, she said Canada will never compromise on security or human rights concerns related to China. The Biden administration has said it's looking forward to seeing Canada's updated China policy, which Jolie is expected to include in the government's long-awaited Indo-Pacific strategy. So it's pretty exciting, and then at the end they have the Liberals' big test. Jolie and Canada's political class may soon find themselves preparing for a shift in government. The next national election will be no later than 2025, but technically it could come at any time and possibly much sooner. The Liberals are facing their biggest challenge since they came to power, the populist Poilievre, who enters the fall parliamentary sitting with significant momentum. So this is true. The Cons are on a huge upswing right now, so if the Liberals were to change the leaders, they'd have to definitely make it worthwhile. Anyways, guys, I'm not going to read the rest of this, but I'll link in the description. What do you think? Do you think she'd be a good prime minister? Who do you want to see as prime minister coming next election? Do you think there are other liberals we should keep our eye on, like maybe Chrystia Freeland, Anand? Any of these figures you think might have a better chance than her, or just any other thoughts on the political situation in Canada right now? Peace out, guys.